Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
I misread the label. I thought I was dousing them in laughter fluid.
On the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I can tell when I'm not wanted. And this isn't one of those times.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, no. The army said I was too heavy. The police said I was too dumb. Welcome to Plotty Time.
40 eggs?
That's a big fucking pile of garbage.
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
It's still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah, I'll
right?
just kill some random dude.
If you want cheese, you get a milk.
You're waiting for me.
No, I can hate on it. It sucked. Boners.
Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Plotty Time. Starting off year 7. What a break we just had. How was your break, guys? What'd you guys get up to?
Not long enough, man.
I didn't do jack shit.
All right, excellent. Good drop in, guys. Hey, starting tomorrow, which is obviously, as we all know, February 7th, there's going to be a new video on the YouTube every week.
At least for 6 weeks.
What?
At least 6 weeks into March, maybe longer. Who knows?
There's going to be a Valentine's Day video.
Oh.
Hope he plays Doki Doki.
I wish I would have thought that far ahead. I could have done that. But no. Go check out the YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. Now that we're back for season 7, I think we've learned a lot over the previous 6 years.
Like what?
Okay.
Well, we learned how to start podcasts. That's for
I
one.
don't think we did.
We sure did. With quotes and a song.
I
been
wouldn't even
doing
change
it
it this year.
No, I would put time into that, but I'm not going to.
He puts enough time in this shit.
You know what I put a lot of time into over the break?
What?
What a segue.
Yeah, well,
Segue
someone's got to
class.
start talking about it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I beat it over our little break.
What'd you think of it?
It's entirely too long.
It doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed.
No.
Man.
And like I played for about 20 hours of just like doing everything I came across and all the side quests. I'm like, I'll run through the story and get this over with. I'm sick of playing. And then like 30 hours later, I'm still playing the main story game. And I was like, all right, this is way too long for them. And then I'm not exactly sure where they're going with the modern Assassin's Creed.
How does it even tie into the Animus and shit?
If you play Origins, you are a woman named Layla, and she goes in and does the origin thing. I don't even remember exactly why. And then in Odyssey, she goes into Cassandra's, and she ends up with the Staff of Hermes, and that plays into the ending of this one. But then it's just confusing.
Yeah, I started it, but I was just like, I don't want to do this.
It went really downhill after the Desmond stuff.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 3 or 4, whichever one he died in.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
totally turned into a different game, and I didn't like it.
I think it's very interesting that they just wanted to make more games and basically just put the spy in, whatever time period they wanted to. So they just were like, you know what? We don't really need a thread connecting these nearly as much.
Nah, I'm sort of confused on what the first 2 games had to do with anything that happened in the third one.
Okay.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it seems like a waste of time. And there's a new one coming out soon, Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah, they're just using it as an excuse to make video games for whatever. Like, oh, they're Vikings. Oh, they're in Egypt. Oh, they're pirates. I don't know.
At least Origins made sense. It was like the origin of the Assassins.
Yeah, but
then
they strayed
Odyssey
too
was set
far.
like 500 years before that.
Yeah.
And in none of those games, you play an assassin.
That's what I mean.
Like you just play,
It's like
assassins, but you don't like.
You're like a normal person who's just trying to
Yeah.
build fucking settlements and shit.
I mean, that's not that bad. But
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Wasn't there an American Revolution one? That was 3, wasn't
that was
it?
3, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I never played that one.
That one was all right. It wasn't nearly as good as any of the ones from 2.
I think I played 2 first, and then I went back and played 1, and then I played Brotherhood, and I did them too close together. And I'm like, okay, I'm good with Assassin's Creed for a while. And I just never went back. Never had anything bad about those games. Didn't like any of them.
I just played the 3 newest ones because they eventually end up on sale for like $10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a deal. I got to get it.
Yeah, my favorite part is still just climbing a tower and jumping off. They still do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The problem with that, like in the ones that they've been releasing, it's like 800 AD and there's barely any buildings.
Yeah, that's what
you're
I
like
mean.
jumping off of like 40-foot tall churches.
Yeah, silly.
I mean, it makes sense historically, but it's kind of a bummer.
Like you climb mountains instead of climbing buildings, and it's just walking up the mountain.
Yeah, I didn't play anything really. Just
all the entire 17 months we were off.
I played some fucking Vampire Survivors and a little bit of Dead Island 2. But then I just get overwhelmed with just zombies. I'm just trying to explore, and there's zombies just constantly coming at me.
Well, that's the point of the game.
No, but there's like before. I guess I'm like farther in the story that they just keep coming or something. But I don't know. Just gets annoying after a while, and I just turn it off.
Yeah. I can hear that. What about you? What about you, Scotchy? What'd you play?
I played 2 games.
2? I actually played more than that, but I'm saving them.
Well, 3, I guess. Okay, I played zombies a little bit, not as much as you think. There's a little bit of drama going on in that world.
Really?
Oh, you probably played like 70 hours.
They pushed the fans to the point where they're like, "This is getting ridiculous with the money you want us to pay for this."
Yeah. Oh, finally.
What did you have to pay for? Is there anything just say beyond cosmetics?
It was the Squid Game tie-in, which no one was really thrilled about.
That's just weird.
Whatever, just don't buy it then.
Okay, so you've got Call of Duty, right? You've got the base game that you buy.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you can unlock stuff within the season. But there's a whole other tier called the Black Cell tier, which you have to pay for. And then you can still unlock it during the season. If you want to pay for it later, you can get all the stuff you've previously unlocked. But you need to pay money to get other stuff, right?
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
It's not necessary, but you can do it if you want. And while people are paying for those 2 things, they put out the cosmetic packs, like the gun blueprints,
Yeah.
and the operators and the emotes and all those.
The weed skins.
The weed skins, which are up to 2,400 COD points right now, which I think is like 25 real dollars.
Yeah, I was going to say, they used to be like $15-$20. They probably upped that price now.
They used to be like 10.
Yeah, it used to be.
And now they're like, how much real money is 2,400 COD points is 20 real dollars.
Yeah.
So like one operator, a gun, an emote, a couple emblems, a double XP token, some other fucking icons and bullshit you'll never use, and it's $20, which is nuts. So then on top of that, they now did this Squid Game event. And in the Squid Game event, you don't really have to join it or do anything. You just keep getting XP. And as you get enough XP, you unlock the 10 tiers or whatever it is of this event.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 tiers. There's the paid tier and the free tier. If you pay, you get all the cool shit and the free stuff when you unlock those tiers. If you don't pay, you only get the free tier.
Get the fuck out. This is, yeah. Thank God I didn't buy this one.
I mean, I still love zombies, and I'm having a lot of fun playing zombies, but I'm not going to fall in the trap of these stupid events. Like, first of all, I don't care about Squid Game.
Yeah.
And then I also heard, like, the main thing you can unlock is an operator called Point Man, which is, like, from the TV show with the weird, polygonal mask. I don't know if you guys have seen it. And he has all the same lines as one of the previous operators, one of them that exists now. So they didn't even do, like, a new voice for him.
Not even new voice, just...
Yeah, just the same recycled lines.
Pretty cool.
As
Pretty
whatever
cool.
base operator is.
Yeah.
So I only played like 70 hours. You're right. No, I didn't play that much. And then I played Squirrel with a Gun.
Oh, how is that?
Fine.
Is it a squirrel with a gun?
Yeah.
It's a squirrel running around with a gun. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You get a rocket launcher too.
Oh, nice.
You get all kinds of guns, but they use it as like a platforming element.
Yeah, you got to shoot to like blast yourself backwards or whatever.
Exactly. You like jump in the air, you shoot down and like, flutter across a thing. I think I ended up numbing it. It was definitely not like a AAA game. Like it was definitely low budget.
Yeah, like Goose Game or whatever.
It was low budget, but it was fun enough. I had fun doing it. It was a little janky here and there, but it was only like a couple hours. So, I don't think I should have paid $15 for it. It's not worth that, but.
All right.
Cool.
And then I played a game we talked about a long time ago on this show. You guys remember?
Tomb Raider.
No.
Maze.
No, but you're close. You guys remember The Park?
Oh, yeah.
So I played through that, and it is... Look, guys, you watch the cutscene video. If you watch the cutscene video, you don't need to play the game. Like, that's literally the whole thing. I got through the experience in like an hour, and then went back and did like 2 things and got all the trophies.
Oh, well, yeah.
So you numbed it?
So I don't know if it had numb. It might have just had the 100%.
That's cool.
But to answer your question, yes.
Nice.
And then I watched a whole bunch of stuff, too.
Oh, yeah? Tell us something.
The only new thing I've seen is, because this encapsulates the entire break.
Encapsulated?
This encapsulates the entire break. So there's a couple Christmas movies here, and the only new one I watched was Red One.
Oh, I watched that.
How is that? I heard it was
I enjoyed
It was not It was not great. It was like, I don't know, it's just boring. I was so bored.
It was just like a shut your brain off, just getting the Christmas spirit bullshit.
At one time, The Rock fights Krampus.
Oh, that was pretty dumb.
Yeah. And J.K. Simmons is Santa, but he's like sidelined most of the movie because he's kidnapped, you see?
Yeah, he was the best part, though.
He probably was the best part. You're right. And then Chris Evans was fine, but I don't know. It didn't do it for me.
Yeah, it's not going to be a regular Christmas movie for me, but hey,
Absolutely not.
didn't hate it.
I did watch the Doctor Who Christmas special for this year called Joy to the World.
Do they have one every year?
Yeah, usually.
That's probably better than the one I saw. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. If you like Doctor Who,
Yeah.
you like it.
I mean, if you're a Doctor Who fan, why wouldn't you like it?
Yeah.
I watched a pretty new movie
Oh, yeah?
called Nosferatu.
Oh, I didn't watch it yet. How is it?
I liked it, but I don't know. It was lacking. It was moody and atmospheric, but not. I didn't get into it like I did do his other movies. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I just maybe because it wasn't great quality when I was watching it, but I don't know. It just seems like he's fallen off between this and The Northman.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen it. I have no idea. And The Lighthouse. Like, I loved The Lighthouse, but I don't know if I'd watch it again anytime soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I loved The Lighthouse. The Witch was good too.
I didn't really
Which is
like The
great.
Lighthouse.
Yeah,
Did you like The Witch?
Nah, it was all right.
I liked it.
all right, yeah, fair. And Northman, it's actually pretty good, but I don't know.
saw it.
This one's just meh. It's worth a watch, but nothing to write home about.
Okay.
I
mean, I'll check it out eventually.
Yeah,
I
of
did
course.
watch one more Christmas thing when we were over break.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Wicked.
Oh, how was that?
It's actually not bad.
that's Christmas.
No, not at all.
I was gonna say
It's what you expect it to be.
a musical.
Yeah, it's only the first half anyway, so you might as well wait for the second one to come and watch it.
Oh, there's
Oh,
going to
really?
be two.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 3 hours long.
Ugh, no, thank you.
I mean, it's been around a while, right?
Yeah.
As a musical, like 20-some years, 30 years. How long has it been around? A while.
Probably maybe even longer than that.
Forever.
But it's not bad. It was all right.
2003.
Yeah, 20 years.
Do you remember South Park making fun of it? Like when Wicked came to town, everybody had Wicked shirts on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because of Chump Slap over there, I always think of Korn's song Wicked when I say the name.
That's what I was gonna say when you said you should watch Korn.
They have nothing to do with each other, but you should listen to them together.
It's like
on the
fucking-
second lion roar, press start.
I was gonna
on
say.
Life is Peachy.
Yeah, it's just like the dark side of the rainbow.
It's really surprising that they didn't, use that as like a marketing tie-in for the movie.
Korn.
Yeah, like have Korn do the music for Wicked.
It's very much surprising that they didn't use it.
Yeah,
Like Korn could have scored Wicked. Like that would have been amazing.
1, 2, 3, and I come with a wicked. And it shows fucking Elphaba walking down the
And
steps.
then Ariana Grande comes out and goes, "Ooh, that's a
She does Chano Moreno's parts.
I would watch
great.
that.
I would watch that. Yeah. In a heartbeat.
Ariana Grande doing Chano Moreno.
Yeah.
Chano Moreno. I can't even think.
Man, the aughts were a weird time. The 90s, the aughts.
Oh, it's definitely a product of that time too.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
it
I'm
is.
sure. The only other Christmas movies I watched were Die Hard and Die Hard 2.
Fair.
It's Christmas.
I watched Home Alone on Christmas Day. It was great.
It's great. It holds up.
It
It's
does.
fantastic. It's just goofy enough to like not really be in reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also watched.
Did you ever see like those YouTube videos of like Kevin McAllister as an adult, and he's like in like an Uber or something? He's like, "So what you doing for Christmas?" He's like, "Man, I don't hang out with my family on Christmas anymore." He's like smoking cigarettes in the back of the Uber and stuff.
No.
It sounds familiar. I don't remember. When did that come out?
I don't know.
Years ago.
I've seen a couple of things like it, but it was like a short. And he's like, "Yeah, did your parents ever forget you on Christmas? Huh? Leave you at home? Let these guys do it."
Home Alone's great. We watch it. I don't know if it's every year, but definitely every other year, at least.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the second one in a long time though.
It's not
He's in
really
New York.
good.
It's still all right.
I mean, I think the first two are better than the next three.
Oh yeah, by far. I never
There's
watched.
5 of them.
I never watched the other one.
There's at least 5 of them.
It's a new kid. It's stupid.
There's been like 4 kids.
Yeah, not worth it.
The only reason I don't like memorize franchises. Like I don't just know how many Home Alone movies there are. I coincidentally watched a YouTube video around Christmas that watched all of them and went through all of them. There's 6 actually.
Jeez, I had no idea.
Then it turns into Hostel.
Home Alone 3, Home Alone 4, just those are the only titles. They both are different children. So the only one to repeat in a movie was Macaulay Culkin. There's been 5 different children.
Mm-hmm.
And then Home Alone, The Holiday Heist from 2012. And then Home Sweet Home Alone from 2021.
Home Sweet Home Alone?
Yeah, which I don't remember. And that was 2021. That was very recently. And what's his name? Rob Delaney's in it.
Oh, yeah. Get that paycheck.
Why not?
Right. I would.
And then I watched another movie. Have you guys seen In a Violent Nature?
No.
It was very interesting.
Sounds
I don't
familiar.
know. I mean, I guess I'd watch it again, sure. But it was a little bit slower. Imagine Friday the 13th, but the entire film, you just follow Jason.
Oh, that's cool.
Like walking from one place to another, you're just watching him walk from one place to another. I mean, there's the gore and stuff too, but there's a lot of like slow, meditative watching this big, huge dude just walk through the woods.
Oh, okay. Not like first person view.
No. It's like third person. Like you see, you're
Okay.
behind him as he's walking. It was an interesting experiment. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Might watch it again.
Was it coming in 80 minutes?
Yeah, it's a brisk one.
Yeah.
Did you watch One Cut of the Dead yet? It's 94.
No, I have not.
Uh,
I have not watched One Cut of the Dead yet. No.
so it's worth a watch, though?
Yeah, I would say so. Absolutely.
Okay.
It's weird. It's different.
All right.
There's no heart. It's only fart.
Oh, that's my favorite kind. Everyone knows that.
Actually, there's not that much fart. It's a bit of fart. There's a fair bit of fart.
All right. You know what I watched for the first time that I'm surprised I never saw?
What's that?
Prince of Darkness.
I couldn't think of anything.
You've never seen Prince of Darkness? That's a good one.
No, it blew my mind. I was like, how did I not see this? First off, there's 2 actors from Big Trouble in Little China in it.
Yeah, there's step one. That is surprising you haven't seen it. And it's John Carpenter, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was good, but it's all just build up to a pretty lackluster ending. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about? The devil's in the church.
He's
Yeah,
in
but there's so many movies like that are better.
yeah, but he never comes out.
That's true. He just is in the canister or whatever.
Yeah, and then they smash the mirror with him in the fucking mirror world. Oops. And then
Spoiler, dude, from a movie from 1986.
yeah, right.
Oh, 87. Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good building up to it, but I was bummed by the ending.
I like how Alice Cooper is one of the featured homeless people.
Oh, yeah. One of the guys that are just staring at the church the whole time.
Yeah, they're just staring at the church. It's very strange. It's very eerie. It's an eerie movie.
Yeah.
There was one more Christmas movie I watched that you suggested, Poppascotch, and you said was mind-blowing.
Okay.
Wind Chill.
I don't remember if I said it was mind-blowing, but
I don't know. I put it in my list, so you must have said it was good. But
I do remember mentioning it.
Wind Chill.
Is that the one with Emily Blunt in
Yeah.
the car? And yeah.
And the creepy stalker dude who picks her up and tries to take her home, drive her to Delaware.
Oh, right,
They end
right.
up crashed in the woods.
Is that the one where they're like at college and they
Yeah.
ride share home? Okay.
Yeah. It was
What do you
okay.
think? It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. It was.
It was just he's like super creepy, so that kind of just I don't know.
Just made it that much creepier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they try to make you not forgive him, but there's definitely a play for sympathy for him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It doesn't really get me. It doesn't. I don't fall for it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's like being sympathetic to creep.
yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen it like twice now. We keep pulling it out of the bowl. What can I say?
Stop putting it in.
Yeah, but
No,
one
we
cut of
should.
dead in instead.
Well, it's the Christmas movie bowl that we do around
It's
that
not even
time.
really a Christmas movie. It's just two
No.
people going home for Christmas.
Counts.
Well, there's not that many Christmas horror movies, and there's not that many that are actually good.
You just watch Krampus over and over again.
We do every year.
Terrifier 3.
There's like 6 Krampus movies. You could watch them all.
Yeah, there's only one that's good.
Yeah.
as far as I remember. But you're right. I could just do Krampuses.
But there's also Violent Night.
We did watch that actually over the break.
It's a good one just to see Santa fuck up a bunch of people.
It's all right. Yeah, I enjoyed it though. That's with
No, the end with
Dave
Johnny
Weber.
Legs when he gets taken out was fucking hilarious.
yeah. So what do we got for the news?
All
A
right,
vibe?
this week in the vibe check
yeah, my
news
bad.
time thing. I don't know. What do we got? A new Doom? They came out with a new Doom,
This
or
is where
they're
you're
coming out with a new
leading off
Doom
with,
in
man?
May called Doom: The Dark Ages.
Yeah, man, I'm stoked. I watched the video of gameplay. It looks fucking sick.
Is it Dark Age weapons?
Yeah, you get like a nail launcher and shit.
Like a
I'll
railroad
pass.
tie type nail.
Yeah, like
thing.
rail spikes.
I mean, it looks pretty sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Doom. They made it like plenty of accessibility options, like parry window you can change like just to make shit easier for people.
Well, yeah. Well, everybody does that now, though.
I know, but if that was keeping someone from playing it.
I always I liked that, and I liked Doom Eternal, but I couldn't get into Doom Eternal as much.
Oh, dude, I fucking dug the shit out of that game.
It was punishingly hard. Not punishingly hard, but you'd fuck yourself at save spots. Like you wouldn't have enough health, and then it would save, and you're like, uh-oh. And then it took me forever to get past the first level, and I just didn't get back into it.
Yeah, I think I played on hard, but not fucking nightmare. And then if you screwed yourself, you had to be like, oh, well, I have to grab kill this guy so he drops health or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, I liked how you just had to, it was just frantic running around trying not to get killed.
There were some very fucking nuts segments in those two new Dooms where things just got out of control. It's fun. I love them. I think I'll check out the Dark Ages here.
Yeah, I'll try it on medium and then see if I have to drop it down easy. I'll still play it though.
Yeah.
And maybe.
So other news we missed over the break, I guess the biggest one is the Switch 2 has been officially revealed by Nintendo.
Oh shit, and it has fucking Xbox compatibility.
Does it?
I swear I saw that somewhere.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's like Game Pass. You can play it on a computer, you can play it on Xbox, you can play it on Switch.
I was just looking at it and it looks a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer. It mostly looks like a Switch though.
Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. I don't think you slide the controllers in. I think you just plug them in now, which looks like easier to break, but
That's true.
I mean, if it was compatible with anything, isn't that like competition for the Steam Deck?
it's only compatible with I think they just have Xbox Game Pass on it because Xbox didn't sell any fucking consoles, so they need to expand somehow.
It says it's going to play Switch games. It says certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible. I think they usually mean like their third party, studios that have gone defunct aren't going to make updates that make it work on Switch too.
Right. Is it the same cartridges from old Switch games?
I'm not sure.
That's what I want.
I'm going to be totally honest. I really expected you guys to carry this part of the segment. I didn't even read this thing.
I did.
Well, I just brought up some Xbox bullshit. I don't even know if that's true.
Yeah, he's either making it up and fooling you all.
I saw it on the internet.
Oh yeah,
It's got to be
most
true,
accurate
dude.
podcast ever.
Ever. Number one in the game. We can move on to the next thing. Did you hear that? Well, we all knew about the Concord flop that happened long before our break was over.
Yeah, we've talked about it for months.
And it was hilarious. And now they've killed 2 of those 6 live service projects they've had going on at Sony.
Only 2?
Nice.
So far,
Keep
only
them going.
2. One of them was a multiplayer version of God of War.
That's
a live
dumb.
service spin-off of the hit God of War franchise, they call it.
Live service. Yeah, fuck out of here.
Yeah, they canceled that. And there was another one. I think the other one didn't get any.
Wasn't there a
specifics
Horizon
out.
one that they just canceled?
Did they cancel it or are they still doing that? Or did they just announce it? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Oh,
I
I think
remember
they
hearing
did
something about
cancel it.
Horizon.
No lie, Poppascotch, you're usually the one on top of all this.
It's been a long vacation.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think I read a single gaming news thing over the break.
In 2023, this is the thing we talked about. In 2023, the PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan promised at the time 12 live service games by 2025. And over half of those have now been reportedly canceled or, in the case of Concord, unreleased. So 7 have been canceled or backed out of. So I guess there's technically still 5 more coming, unless you count Helldivers. Was that one of them? If that was one of them, then 4 more coming.
Okay.
For now, multiplayer spin-offs of the sci-fi open world action series Horizon Zero Dawn appear some of the few left standing, with Sony's first-party portfolio, which is currently led by former head of the studio that made the series, Herman Hulst. So how about that?
Wow.
Yeah, take that.
That's pretty wild.
You're welcome. There's also talk more about the FBC Firebreak, Federal Bureau of Control.
Is that a multiplayer thing too?
It sure is.
Yeah, I wasn't interested.
It's gonna have to be a lot to get me in a online multiplayer anything, nevertheless a shooter. I don't have the time to do it,
Or the patience.
or the patience. Like,
Or the time.
Or the patience.
I'll just stick with zombies and jump in and grind out a couple camos and then call it a day.
That's the best way to do it.
What else we got? Oh, there was another stat that came out that 50% of PS5 owners shut down their console when they stopped playing.
Not just put it in suspend or whatever.
I don't put my PS4 in suspend. I would never do it with my 5 either.
Why not?
Because I've lost games because of it.
I have never.
No, me neither. The 5's suspend, I mean, it's pretty great. Like, I love it. I love just hitting the button and the thing's on in like 2 seconds,
Yeah.
3 seconds. It kind of surprises me that anybody would,
Yeah.
go through the full shutdown process every day.
I don't even remember what you said. It was and then it was it.
I was talking about something.
Yeah, that definitely is what I remember.
Keep this all in.
Fuck
Is
it, we'll
everybody
keep it in.
recording now that everything was reset?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Okay.
All right, well, that's fucking all we got for news. We're going to be honest with you guys here. You're going to see behind the curtain a little bit. We had a bit of a technical difficulty, and I don't remember what we were talking about.
None of us do.
Nope.
So
Shit
with
just
that,
got
we're
wacky.
Let's just bumper. Let's get out of here. Okay, so let's talk about the game, gentlemen. How about it?
What's that?
Do it, dude.
This week, we are talking about the game Alter Echo.
Okay.
Alter
Okay.
Echo.
It was released August 18th, 2003. This year in video games was a very interesting year. We had, on September 12th, Valve released their game distribution software called Steam.
Oh, man,
Back
it
in
seems
2003.
like ages ago.
It does. And then other popular games that came out around this time, August 12th, 2003, Futurama, the game, came out.
What?
Oh.
How about that? And then 15 days later, a game I am 98% sure we talked about, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Chaos Bleeds.
Yes, we definitely
Oh,
did
yeah,
that
we
one.
did that one.
And then
You
September
gave it like a
16th.
25.
That sounds about right. September 16th, 2003, the game Dino Crisis 3 came out.
Oh, we'll get to that one.
When after we do 2.
Maybe.
I think we did too.
I don't think we did.
No, we just did the first one.
I don't think that's correct.
Does not matter.
I'm checking. No, we did Dino Crisis 2 in April 2021.
The fuck out of here. I don't remember.
I don't remember that either at all.
Wow. All right,
It
yeah,
was-
maybe we'll do it.
If I remember, I just remember one section where you're on like a dam and you have to fight off the pterodactyls while your other dude like opens the fucking floodgate or whatever.
It sounds like Resident Evil.
You're just making this shit up.
It could have been a Resident Evil game. They're very similar in look. But anyway, September 16th, 2003, also Simpsons Hit and Run came out, which was a very
Oh, nice.
Nice.
big
No
one.
wonder I
fan
never heard
favorite.
of this one.
This week in the box office, August 18th, 2003, I put 7 movies on this list because I wanted to include number 7 that week, which was the seminal masterpiece in American cinema called Bad Boys 2.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
How did it only get to 7?
I think it was out like 8 weeks at this point.
Oh, okay.
I'm 100% positive I never saw the second one.
It's the only one worth watching.
I really liked the first one, but I could see how now it's dated. It's definitely dated.
Yeah.
It's a 90s action movie. But yeah, the second one, if you're only going to watch one, that's the one.
I thought just for the scene where that guy comes to pick up his daughter.
Oh, yeah. I watched it recently, maybe a couple months ago, but I completely forgot about the whole like morgue aspect of it and the chase through the streets with the dead bodies falling out of the back of the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
I know.
And Martin Lawrence on ecstasy.
Oh, that's right. That was the second one, wasn't it? I forgot about that.
Fuck yeah.
What a good one. And then number 6 that week, Spy Kids 3, Game Over.
Oh, of course.
I don't think I've seen that one.
No, I haven't seen any of the Spy Kids.
Number 5, Seabiscuit.
Ah, horse movies. Love them.
Never saw it.
And then one that would start a fucking crazy amount of films, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
Is that the first one?
Yeah, pretty sure.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Never saw it.
It's weird that they have a sub name to it if it's not just Pirates of the Caribbean.
The only thing I know about Pirates of the Caribbean is what I played in Kingdom Hearts 3.
All I know
That's
is
basically it.
there's like a squid guy.
Yeah.
I went on the ride when I was a little kid. Don't remember much of it.
Sick.
Little kid. This came out in 2003.
No, when I was on the ride was probably 96 or 95.
All right.
Okay.
The only thing I remember is they had an optical illusion where at the very end, when they're like queuing you up to get out and you're in your little like 2-person fucking whatever
Mm-hmm.
pod. I don't know what you're going in, but they turned you towards mirrors and they projected like ghosts sitting in between you and whomever you were with in your pod.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It was pretty neat. That's all I remember about it. I remember it being a lot of fun. I remember it being the last thing we jumped on that day and there was no line.
Nice.
That was cool. But I don't remember the ride. Anyway, enough about my trip to Disneyland when I was a child. Number 3 that week, American Wedding.
Oh, okay.
The American Pie
wedding one?
franchise.
Yeah.
I may have seen that in the theater. Is that the one where he eats shit?
Don't know.
You know more about it than we do, bud.
Like one of the dogs ate like the ring.
No, that was a Phillies fan. Or a
No, that was
Eagles
horse
fan.
shit.
Yeah.
That was horse shit.
Yeah.
No, in the movie, like the dog eats the ring and they try and get it. And the one guy is like, oh, it's brownies. He's lying to it. It
Oh,
might be Stifler even.
Jesus Christ.
And she's like, oh, can I have it? He's no, and he stuffs it in his mouth real quick.
Oh, I do remember that.
I remember Stifler being in it as like a high school coach, and that's like the furthest he's gotten in his life so far.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
All right, what's number two?
Number 2 that week, Freaky Friday.
Oh,
The
wow.
Lindsay Lohan one?
Yes, the very same. Her and Jamie Lee.
Okay.
Okay.
And then number 1, SWAT.
No idea what that is.
Colin Farrell, Jeremy Renner.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never saw it.
No.
I remember I saw it when it came out, but I don't remember any of it.
Fair. It's probably not worth remembering.
And No, probably not. And then this week in news. Here we go. You ready?
Mhm.
Well, I guess this day in history is more like it. But this day in history, August 18th, 1817, there was a sighting reported offshore in Gloucester, Massachusetts
Gloucester.
of a 60 to 70 foot sea serpent.
Yeah, I'm sure that's real.
What was the year?
1817.
They believed in mermaids at that time.
It was a time of science.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. It must be real then.
Someone saw it, dude.
More than one person saw it, I guess. Anyway, local one for my neck of the woods, August 18th, 1909. The mayor of Tokyo, Yukio Ozaki, presents Washington, D.C. with 2,000 cherry trees, which President William Howard Taft decides to plant near the Potomac River. So that's
Still
where we have
there.
our...
That's why they're still there, yeah.
They're still there with the Cherry Blossom Festival every year, which I've never been to because it's such a pain in the ass and it always comes out of nowhere.
I'd rather go to Japan for their cherry blossom festival.
I mean, the cherry blossoms are very lovely, but they bloom for like 2 days
Yeah.
early in the season. So usually you see them and they look nice and it's like 30 outside. A weird plant. Anyway, 1937, August 18th, the first FM radio construction permit has been issued in Boston, Massachusetts for the station WGTR.
All right.
WG the Gator.
It's the thing, what is it? East of the Mississippi, all the call letters are W.
Yeah, yeah.
And west, they're all K. I think there's one exception.
Aren't there Q's?
No, it's always W
Okay.
and K.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Whatever.
sounds good.
And then this one, I kept this in for Dr. Syintist. I know he's a big fan, but 1958, August 18th, 1958, the novel Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov is published.
It's a weird
Led
thing.
to that song by the Police.
And that movie that they made two of for some reason.
Yeah.
Kubrick made one of them.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, what are we talking about? Alter Echo. This game was released for PlayStation 2 and Xbox, developed by Outrage Games, published by THQ. It is a single player psychiatry
He's out of practice.
I know, right?
sim. Chump Slap picked it, so how about you lead us into it and tell us what the game's all about?
Well, first off, this is a fan pick. Fan pick for season 7.
Hey, starting it off with a fan pick.
Hell yeah, Grayson. What's up?
Thank you.
Thanks, because this was pretty easy to follow along with. And it was pretty short. So, let's get into it. The year 2850. There's this substance called multiplast, not multipass from The Fifth Element, you know.
Sure.
That's
sure.
bad. That's bad.
That's, I know, but whatever. It's
It's the first one of the season, guys. You know, give us a break out there.
a little rusty here,
Yeah,
man.
shake this off. The next one will be good.
I promise.
I promise. Yeah, we swear. But
All
keep
right.
listening to this.
All
Don't
right,
be a dick.
multiplast. It's the most precious substance in the universe. And there's these psychic shapers who can turn it into anything, even a spaceship. And they give you this all information, like really bad information dump, where this guy's just saying it to Nevin, the main character. And Nevin's like, yeah, I know this. Why do you keep telling me this? It was, I don't know if it was supposed to be meta or what, but it was pretty bad.
The whole tone of the game is weird because it it treats everything very seriously and it has very serious moments in it. But then there's also like at this time when games were being created, there was like, well, it's for gamers. They're kind of fucking idiots. So we got to make this real dumb.
It seemed like it was being cheeky though with the whole thing.
It was at that point, but later on when it gets a little,
Right.
it's just like the jokes. It's like, we got to have a witty, funny guy.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
the
like,
comedy
no, you
was
don't.
off.
There was comedy?
Yeah, it didn't hit.
Obviously.
Well, anyway, the substance only found on a planet called Proteus. Actually, the planet's entirely made of it. And this company faked the death of the greatest shaper of all time, Pavo, and sent him there on like a remote research post to try to make better plast.
A researcher or something.
Yeah, just to research it or whatever. And he eventually does. He makes this plast that's far beyond anything anyone's ever seen. They call it ecoplast.
Okay. That can be certain people can use their brain to shape it into whatever they want.
Guess what they're called?
Shapers.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that.
Oh, man. But he sends this like a raving mad message back to the company. I guess it's all just this company, or is it just military or whatever?
It's probably the company. Capitalism going wrong.
Yeah. And they send these guys out, Nevin and his two buddies, Arana and Stome. And
I thought the entire time his name was Strom. until I put the subtitles on, because I've never heard the name Stome, but I've heard Strome dozens of times. I don't know. That's just me.
That's fair. Yeah, man. These things happen. But they get to this planet Proteus and they get shot down and they're stranded on the planet. And you play as Nevin, and once he comes to on the planet, there's a strange entity talking to him. And it gives him a suit made of ecoplast and a sword, I guess made of ecoplast as well. And Nevin's all stoked. He's like, wow, this is fucking ecoplast. Oh, this is awesome. And the entity is like, well, this suit and sword, they're made from my body.
Not weird at all.
No. And Nevin's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, well, yes, Father created it. And it's like, what? Ecoplast. It's like, okay, well, Father Pavo, this fucking great shaper, he sends defenses. You got to fight through them. It's a whole fucking tutorial here.
You can use your suit.
Yeah, show you how to use the suit. And he's like, what the hell are you? Are you Ecoplast? And he's like, yeah, I am Ecoplast. I am this planet. This is me.
Which, by the way, just for reference, guys, not you guys, but, the listeners.
Right.
Whenever you ask, you think it's okay to ask someone, what are you? It's not cool.
I don't know.
If you're asking a planet, I think it's okay.
If it's fucking Halloween.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
nothing wrong with
that's
that.
a good point. Good point. You got me there.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
Okay. He tells you, well, the Ecoplast tells you, well, Father improved my biocircuitry so much that it's formed like a type of living brain. And Nevin's like, get the fuck out of here. You're Ecoplast. How is this possible? How are you talking to me? And he's like, here, check out these upgrades and shit. I'll give you this fucking stealth frog form and this gun mech. It's pretty neat, right?
Yeah, you got several forms in my plasts.
And you're like, all right, that's pretty cool. And he's like, here, check out this fucking weird ass mini game that has like it's kind of like those pipe mini game from Bioshock.
Yeah.
But you have to do it rhythmically.
Okay.
I was like, okay, yeah, this seems neat. And the Echo's like, well, you got to defeat Pavo and try to help free me from I'm pretty much enslaved here. I have a brain deep in the planet he can't get to, but he's pretty much enslaved the rest of me. There's multiple master nodes, so I need you to go figure out and save those. And you're like, all right, what the fuck? Why not? He's like, how the fuck do you expect me to fight Pavo? He's the best shaper ever. He's like, I don't stand a chance.
Oh, yeah?
And Ecoplast is like, because there's a secret to manipulating time that he doesn't know about, but I will teach you the ways.
Oh, that's good. Gives you an advantage over the bad guy.
Right? And you're like, okay, what the fuck? Let's do this. So he said,
yep. I have a question.
Go on.
So Pavo is a scientist who learned how
He's
to
use
a shaper who learned how to use the Ecoplast.
He
knew how.
Developed the Ecoplast, I guess.
The new one, the Alter Echo.
But wait, did he create the Alter Echo?
I think he just changed the other stuff to make it this way.
He figured how to manipulate multiplast to make ecoplast.
But it gave it a consciousness.
Yeah, he upgraded the biocircuitry of the plast to
but doesn't that open up like a whole can of worms?
Yeah, that's why everybody faked his death so they wouldn't know what was going on.
Yeah, that's why these guys are here, to see what's up.
But it stands to reason if you gave the Ecoplast consciousness, it would beat Pavo in a fight, but I guess not.
No, because Pavo still has dominion over the Ecoplast. He can still control everything about it, except for its memories and emotions, I think, or something like that. And it's free will at the main core part. But anyway.
Sure.
So he sends you to capture a master node. So you go do that. And then Pavo comes down and he takes he turns into like a clone of Pavo.
Kind of, yeah.
And you beat him. You're like, okay, cool. I beat him. He takes all your, no, you don't fight that clone here. He actually takes away your stealth frog and gun mech forms, but you beat him anyway. And Echo tells you, hey, your buddy Irana that you came here with, she's actually on the planet. She's still alive. You should go help her. So you go find her and you find out Stone's alive as well. And Pavos and his cronies, he has 2 cronies here, Garen and Cass, and they come at you with a gunship after you find Irana. And you're like, Irana, go find Stone. I'll fight off this gunship because I'm the fucking shaper here.
Yeah, I got the best suit.
I know what's going on. So you fight the gunship, you take it down, but not before Kess and Garen eject. And they're like, all right, well, guess we're going to plan B. You go running around more, you get your forms, your frog and your gun mech back. And Echoplast tells you got to set up these energy beams and face them towards the spaceport. Because you ask about making a ship out of Echoplast, and the Echo's like, yeah, you can do that, but you're going to need energy beams to go to a spaceport. So you're like, okay, let's go set up all these energy beams, even though Kess is there trying to fucking stop you every time, but you just stomp her ass. It's pretty pathetic for her. You eventually power up the spaceport, and you go get some more master nodes, find Stome, make your way to the spaceport with him. And Echoplast is like, yeah, there's blueprints for a spaceship, but they're all like hidden around. You got to go find them. So you run around, find those, find a complete set, create a spaceship. And you're like, Stome, go in there. So Stome goes in the spaceship, and then this is when Echo Pavo clone comes and fights you. And he's like, this isn't really Pavo. This is just an Echo clone. And you're like, yeah, whatever. I'll kick your ass. So you beat him. He creates like 5 more. And you're like, oh shit. And then Echo's like, poop, get out of there. Teleports Nevin out of there. You're like, oh, thank God, Echo. You saved my life. And at this point, Pavo's like, well, Echo's helping Nevin out, so I'm going to send Garen and Kess into the center of the planet and try to destroy the brain core that's down there that's outside of Pavlo's sphere of influence. So Echo's like, yeah, Pavo can't get me, but they can come down here and physically destroy it, so I need you to help me. You're like, all right, what the fuck? Why not? It's the only chance I got.
Mm-hmm.
So on your way down, you beat Garen before he destroys Echo's memories. You beat Kess.
Garen's pretty much a pushover.
Yeah, so is Kess, really. I mean, Garen's a lot weaker compared to her, but yeah. You beat Kess. She's fucking getting out its emotions or whatever. And you make it to the master node down there, and Echo tells you, well, here's the real meat and potatoes of the situation. He's like, Pavo's true plan is to destroy all life and replace it with Pavo clones.
That's not weird.
Now, if I had that power, I would not want an entire universe of me. Is that just weird?
No, I can't think of anything worse.
I know, right?
I think it'd be one of those things where at first you're like, oh my God, everyone's on the same page. This is amazing. And then after like a month, you're like, this is the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's just silly.
Who'd want to hang out with me?
I don't want to hang out with me. You know what I mean?
And if you don't want to hang out with you, then literally no one would want to hang out with you
Literally,
or anyone else.
Because everyone's me, yeah.
But they'd all meet up for disc golf.
And we'd all throw the same shots every time. It'd fucking suck.
Yeah, everyone always ties. That would suck.
And you're like, okay, well, then we got to stop Pavos. This is ridiculous. So you go back to the spaceship and you get Arana and rescue Stome at the spaceport because Stome's like stuck in some type of force field that Pavo put him in.
Mm-hmm.
And you get there, Pavo's like, nah, you ain't going to fucking save him that easy. Makes like 6 clones of himself. And fucking kills Arana.
Arana dies.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
You're like, what the fuck, man?
She's one of the 4 people with a name. That's a big deal.
Well, there's 6 people with names, but yeah. So you eventually free Stome from the force field. And you're like, Stome, we got to fucking get to this guy. We got to destroy this force field that's around Pavo's fucking phallic tower and, go fucking kill him. Kill the brain.
It's a citadel.
Well, I'm pretty sure Nevin calls it a tower at one point, and then he says, I wonder what Freud would say about this. So
I do remember that.
That's why I called it phallic.
One of his little joke sessions.
Yeah. Notice how I'm not pointing out any of the other jokes. So Stome gets injured in the whole process, and they're like, okay, let's go destroy this generator. But the Echo takes Stome, and he's like, I'll keep him safe. You go do this shit. So you work your way up to the tower after you destroy the generator that has the force field around the tower. And you're climbing the tower. It's just, or citadel, whatever. You're making your way up. It's a whole fucking ordeal to get to the top. Mm-hmm. And the whole time, Pavo's just talking shit to you. Beat some giant Venus flytrap at the top twice. And then you eventually get to Pavo. And he's just like himself inside this giant plant-like thing.
Okay.
And you beat him. You finally beat him with your time dilation mini game bullshit.
Dude, I watched the speed run. This boss fight takes about 25 minutes. Going
Even
through each
speed
phase.
Run?
Yeah.
Really?
Going through each phase and then doing everything like that.
Just to climb the tower looked fucking monotonous and long as shit. Yeah. But you eventually beat him. And the Echo's free now. And he's like, oh, thank God, Nevin. You can return home and we'll always be friends. And he's like, and Nevin's like, well, yeah, okay, but why'd you take the form of fucking Pavo? He's like, I don't know. It was easy.
This is my dad, man.
Yeah. That's my dad, yo. I look just like him. It's not my fault. He's like, yeah, but shakes his fist. And they decide to, Stone and Nevin decide to fly home. And they're like, okay, I guess we'll just let this sentient planet sit here by itself with wild powers and let it do whatever it wants to do. And on your way home, we get a cutscene. Deep in the planet.
Okay.
Echo has Pavo, Garen, Kess, and Arana all in some weird cryo sleep type state. And Echo's like, Arana, wake up. There's much for us to do.
What the fuck is that all about?
I don't know. The way he said it sounded like he said Aaron, and it made me think of Samus, but definitely not.
From Castlevania, right?
I'm going to punch you in the mouth.
I was joking.
Yeah, obviously.
I know that's from Mario.
But yeah, that's the game.
All right, that's the game. We did it. We got through it. First game of year 7, and we're better people.
Yeah. Lucky season 7.
Lucky season 7.
All right, so let's get into our favorite segment of every week, Final Thoughts. And,
Yeah, let's do that.
Dr. Syintist, I think you'd be best to start this.
All right. Are we still doing those stupid questions?
I mean, we've been doing it for 6 years now. I assume we just do it forever.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have to at this point.
All right. What do you want me to answer?
Did watching this video make you want to play Alter Echo? Did the story work for you, or would you rather stomp on a gecko? And what score out of 27 stars you'd give us after you drank that Prosecco?
He spent all of the break coming up with that.
I did not see Prosecco coming.
There's no way that was off the top of his head.
No, it sure was. And I didn't even have the site Rhyme Zone up right now looking for rhyming words. And I think that's wrong that you implied that.
Did watching the video make me want to play it? Nah, I don't know. It's just not my jam.
That's fair.
Did the story work for me? I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. We've definitely done worse. Kind of reminded me of like I don't know, futuristic Frankenstein type of thing, where Pavo's Frankenstein and Echo's the monster, and he's just like, well, help me beat the bad guy here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's supposed to be some kind of like sci-fi future warning thing about altering life or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for. I don't know if it worked.
Okay.
Well, there was several moments in this game where they tried to, or had the opportunity to give like a message, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, fair.
Probably too early in video games as entertainment instead of like making you think.
Well, guys, it's getting too serious. It's getting too heavy. Throw a joke in there. Who cares?
The few amount of characters actually were at least different. I mean, they all had their own different personalities. I almost felt bad over Arana dying. I didn't see it coming.
No.
I didn't
expect
either.
it.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
And the bad guys, well, although they were stereotyped as bad guys, they were pretty, at least, intriguing to me. I don't know. How many stars did I give it? I think it's average. I'll give it, let's give it 6 stars.
6. All right.
All right. 6 stars it is.
I'm going to start being conservative here in the star department for the year.
Oh, shit. We're getting more conservative now.
Yeah, we got it.
good.
Or else we'll be canceled.
Eventually, it'll be 1 stars at the highest.
All right. I'll go next, I guess.
Yeah.
Since that's how the format works.
That is tradition. And to break with tradition, Scientist is going to ask you a question. No.
Did watching this want to make you want to play it?
All right, I got this.
Did story work for you, or was it a piece of shit?
He's doing it.
How many stars did you give it?
Man, that was poetry.
Oh, man, I don't even get to use
pretty lit.
one. Oh, my God, that rhymed too.
Okay. Did watching this video make me want to play it? No, not really. It seemed like there was a lot of platforming in it.
Yeah, there kind of was.
Like there was. I will say though, I do like how. Well, I'm always a fan of when they use game mechanics and wrap them into the story. And during the tutorial, there was all these moments where Echo was like, "Oh, you see, I put the power ups here for you," or "Oh, I made this little trail so you know how to like stick to it with your gecko dude." Like it's a reason for those power ups and stuff to exist in the universe of the game.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of neat. And then the other moment I want to we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
You need some. You having a stroke?
I hope not.
We'll get into it. No, watching this video didn't make me want to play the game. Did the story work for me? All that stuff I said about the power-ups, and also, like I was mentioning to you, the sequences where they want to say something or it looks like they're setting up to say anything and they just dodge it.
Yeah.
Like when Kess was dying or the first boss fight, where it's you fight her in the beginning and then she runs away and you fight her again later, Kess.
Yeah, from the spaceship.
Yes, the first one, she's like, "Oh, is this where you're going to tell me that, you expect me to regret all the bad things I did and all that stuff and I'm supposed to apologize and say blah." And he's like, "Nah." And then he just leaves her to die. But it was as if they're like, well, do you want to portray, you want to convey something here? You want to say how it's wrong to do X, Y, Z? And they're just like, nah.
Nah.
No, they get it.
Yeah, you get that she's bad. So whatever. I mean, I'm not saying every game has to come in and give us this heavy-handed message, but I don't know. It felt like
simplistic.
It felt to me like it was sort of insulting. Like you guys wouldn't get it anyway. Here's a guy that says jokes. So lose some points there. Like you said with the characters, they're all good. They're all different. They're all indistinguishable. Not indistinguishable. It's distinguishable. Right. And I kind of like Stome, but I thought it was very weird that he's in this place. Was he also a shaper? Was everyone here a shaper?
I'm pretty sure only Nevin was the shaper.
Yeah, I think he was the only one.
Then that's even weirder that they sent Stome.
He was the ship captain.
But he saw like all the wildest shit in the world and he just went with it. He's like, okay, great. Then let's go blow this thing up. Like there was never once a moment where he was like, holy fuck, what the fuck is going on? What do you mean the planet's alive and talking to you?
Well, he knew that planet was made out of plast.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess he didn't realize it had consciousness.
Yeah.
But I suppose if plast is a thing, in the universe, then
anything's possible.
The fact that, anything should be possible. All right, whatever. He sucked. I changed my mind. He sucked. All right. So what score would I give it? It was entertaining enough. It was weird with the tone. Nevin, I didn't really like him that much.
No,
I mean,
he was kind of boring and static.
Cocky.
But I'm nicer than Dr. Syintist, so I'm going to give it a 7.
Oh, 7 for season 7.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Every game this year is getting a 7 because we're in season
I like
7.
it.
So, Sir Chump Slap.
Sup?
Did watching this video make you want to play the game you just talked about?
Oh, okay.
Did the story work for you, or would you like to just go on a route?
I was going to say walkabout.
And what score out of 27 stars do you think you'd conjure up on your walkabout?
Nice.
Nailed it.
No, I didn't feel like playing it after watching it. I mean, it looks fine just as a platformer, but meh, it's dated.
Yeah, I hear you.
Story work for me, I mean, it was okay. I hated the info dump in the beginning. That really set me off on
it kind of sets the world at least.
I didn't like the way they did it.
Oh.
Like just, what was it? Stome telling Nevin, and Nevin's like, yeah, I know all this. Why are you telling me this? It's just, I don't know, it bothered me.
It was supposed to be a joke, but
I know it was,
but it didn't really land that great.
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, like you guys said, characters were all individuals. You could tell them all apart. They all had their own personalities, except for maybe Stome and Garen were a little similar. But yeah, that was all right. Enemy was classic. Oh, this powerful guy got a little too powerful, wants to rule the world. Not only the world, the fucking entire universe. And if he had the power to do that, why didn't he just do that right away? You know what I mean?
It's a good question.
I don't know. I think Pavo was stopping him somehow.
What, Echo was stopping Pavo from doing it?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Because he didn't have the core brain.
Yeah. Like there was some resistance there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I can see that then. But yeah, in all, story was meh. Characters were okay. Except for, fucking Nevin, dude. He was just a cocky little dick. Seemed like he had the personality of a dickhead 17-year-old, Just, hey, look at me. I'm a shaper. I can do stuff. You guys can. I'm fucking cooler than you. But I don't know. Maybe that was just me. So
were we, before you get to it, sorry. Was he supposed to be like an exceptional shaper, or was he just a random shaper? Do we have any idea?
I don't know. I assumed he was pretty good at it. Why else would they be sending him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I didn't know if it was supposed to be like a Jesus analog, you know what I mean? Like the one true shaper or something like that. I didn't get that vibe. And then it makes me think that theoretically, like any shaper could have showed up and had equally as good of a chance as Nevin.
The true hero of the game was Echo itself.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it seemed like he was fresh out of high school and like this was his first mission was to go do this.
To go to the planet where all the plast comes from.
Yeah. Maybe they wanted to send him because they were afraid Pavo was going to kill whoever they sent. So they're like, let's send this fucking dickhead.
That's a good point. I'm also curious as to like, everyone knows about this planet. They know that's where the plast comes from, and they use plast so much that they're clearly running back and forth to this planet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess did it become hostile and like everyone stopped going and he went to fix it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I'm reading into it.
If they were still using plast, how did not everybody know about Pavo?
Yeah, that's
a
good
many
question. There's some holes here. Too many holes. Yeah.
So with that in mind, out of 27 stars, I'm going to give it a slapping 5. 5's good.
All right. That gives us a total score of 18. You go back to the tail end of last year, we had 2 games. One, November 28th, 2024, Mace Griffin Bounty Hunter, we gave an 18.
This is just like that.
It's kind of similar.
Yeah, I see it.
What's so weird is this other game that is extremely similar, we gave an 18, was 24 the game.
Oh my God, yes. That's who he reminded me of.
Who?
Fucking 24. What the hell
It
is
was a
his name?
joke. It's okay.
Jack Bauer?
Yeah.
There it is. All right. Well, we didn't come up with any new bits, so let's go ahead and head into the cooldown topic.
Ooh, Chili Willy.
We could end it
Crowd
on, is
is-
this game woke? Because that's
It's
fun.
fucking.
That'd get boring.
I forgot that you had to do the cooldown topic, but you picked the game this week, Chump Slap. So
Yeah, I forgot about the cooldown topic too. So, do we do like last meal if you're on death row?
I don't
I don't think
remember.
so.
We could just do the same ones from last year. Who's going to know?
All right, how about this one? What was the favorite concert you've ever been to? Do you guys have one that stands out in your minds?
When we saw, all 3 of us were there,
Bloodhound
the Bloodhound Gang, and the opening act, JJ Sinatra, got booed off stage.
That was pretty fucking
That's one of
solid.
the highlights of anything I've ever seen, because I've never seen anything close to that.
I don't think, like, I was in a band and I played on the bill on some really shit shows, and I'm really, guys, like, I'm being 100% honest. I remember bands being bad, but usually people were like, well, they're fucking trying. You know,
Yeah.
let them do their thing.
There'd be like 5 people clapping, but
Yeah.
at least there's
Yeah.
no booze.
Exactly.
And not from the whole fucking crowd.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I heard booze for a band before.
That's kind of what I'm getting to. Like, I've been out a lot at a lot of shows at a lot of different levels. I never played in any of the big ones, but I've been to them. And that is the only time I ever saw anyone get booed, like, was that bad that got booed off that hard
Yeah.
so fast.
Like
It was
he
like 2 songs.
couldn't even sing.
I barely remember it because I wasn't paying attention. Like, the guy was up there, and were there 2 people on stage?
Yeah.
Probably DJ
And there was a
him or
DJ.
whatever.
It was the guy on stage with a mic. I don't even know if he said anything before booing started.
But he did a song, and everyone was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then he went into the next one. It was, I think, the same song or the exact same
Yeah.
thing. And then he kept going. Everyone's like, and then he went to the third, and everyone's like, no. And he got booed off stage and threatened to fight everybody.
Yeah, everybody was booing. People were chanting asshole.
Oh,
And yeah, and he was like,
man.
I'll fight every one of you in the parking lot. And it was like a room full of people. It was like at least 500 people.
Like, I wonder what the Bloodhound Gang was thinking. Like, did they do other shows with him?
I don't know.
Or was he just local?
I have no idea.
Wow.
He's still out here.
Is he?
This can't be the same JJ Sinatra.
I
What
think
other
I
guys?
looked him up the other day. It might be he's making music somewhere.
Oh my God. So I just found him on Spotify.
Oh yeah?
14 monthly listeners.
Nice.
Oh, wow. He's like fucking Plotty.
yeah, yeah.
I know, right? He had an album in 2009 called Martini Dreams.
Is that the same guy?
I don't know, because that's the only one I'm seeing here. I don't even remember what he looks like. This was what, like 2000?
Oh yeah, it was a long time ago we saw that.
It had to be Hooray for Boobies or Hefty Fine, right?
And he's from Norristown, PA, so that might be
Yeah,
him.
that's got to be him, dude.
Oh my!
I wanna
I guess
listen
he's
to
not
it
doing
later.
much. Yeah, it's on Spotify. He's got 3,000 downloads for the one song, and that's it.
Shout out JJ.
I mean, who knows? Maybe he turned it around. You know, maybe that was the kick in the pants he needed. I don't know.
Yeah. But at the same venue, I saw Horse the Band. It was great.
I went with one of our mutual friends to a show at the same place too, and it was probably like 100 degrees outside, and they had the door open, and there was half people outside, half people inside, and it was underage in the front, and that was right, and there was a guy there with a cup holding it underneath the air conditioner, getting a drink of water.
Was that the Bad Religion show?
No, that was a Real Big Fish.
Oh, I was there for that too. Yeah.
And I remember because he was filling it up, and everybody's looking like, no, he's not going to drink. You could hear it in the crowd. Like, he's not going to drink that, is he? What's he doing? And then he drank it, and everybody went, oh!
The funniest part about that is he turned around and had no idea like everyone was talking about him.
Yeah, exactly.
There was like 20 people around like, no, he's not going to do it. No.
Yeah,
And, I remember
but he didn't look too good by the end of the show.
It was easier to drink that than to walk across that crowd, though.
I guess, yeah. And it was pretty fucking hot out.
I don't like, is that legal what they did to us at that venue?
No, that's why it's shut down.
Yeah. It was almost impossible to get water.
Did you know they had a downstairs?
Yeah. That's usually where they had like raves and shit.
I saw a band down there once. I was like, Tub Ring. Great band. But
Right before any of us got to high school, they hit the downstairs harder. And then the downstairs became like either raves or like folk, like single singers that you'd see at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember it being, I went to an MXPX show in 2002 at that venue. And I remember being in there the entire time, leaving the venue. And it was like the end of the school year. It was June and it was 85 and humid as fuck outside. And I remember walking into 85 and humid and feeling like I just walked into 50-degree air conditioning. You know what I mean? Like when you immediately realize you're wet and start getting cold. Dude, that's how it felt. It was like 120 in that fucking building.
That just reminded me, I saw Mudvayne there and I was in the pit and it was so fucking hot and crowded and people just pushing. I thought I was going to fucking pass out, dude. It was terrible.
Remember when we saw No Effects and there was that mosh pit and they came running out and puked on the guy next to you? I remember that. Because you looked at the guy and you're like, man, that sucks.
What else are you going to do? Yeah. Like, it already happened.
Just glad it wasn't me, dude.
One of the better shows I've ever seen there was Vanilla Ice.
Shut up.
Yeah, I saw Vanilla Ice in
like
concert.
The hardcore version.
Yeah, the hardcore version. Because at that point, we were just going to any show that was around.
Yeah, because they were cheap and they had really good pizza.
Yeah, so he came around and one of my friends from the band was like, we should go. And I'm like, fucking why?
Why not, man?
And it's like, what else are we going to do? I'm like, all right, fine. So it was like a $20 ticket. And I remember it wasn't filled to capacity, but it's not like there was nobody there.
Yeah.
There was still a pretty decent crowd. So it wasn't 150 degrees. It was just like a little uncomfortably warm.
Yeah.
I've seen so many.
It was a great show.
There.
Dude, but Horse the band, they got there late. Everyone like at the venue, we were just sitting at the bar, like the bar that's close to the stage. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, oh, where the fuck are these assholes? And I was like, dude, we came to see them. We love these guys. And when they were getting off, you know how they walk right past everybody? I was like, yo, let me buy you a drink. And they were all like, yeah, fuck it. They came in, we bought them a drink, we drank with them. And they were like, yeah, they don't even give us free drinks to play here.
Jesus.
I remember Pennywise had a show there and like the bouncers beat the shit out of somebody. So they said, we're not coming back until you fire those guys. So they scheduled another show there and they found out they never fired those guys. So they just canceled the show and never played there again.
Wow.
Nice. Good for them.
Yeah. I've never seen those bouncers do anything.
I don't even exactly remember what happened. I was at the show that it happened, and then I was supposed to go to the one where they canceled it. They canceled it that night. Our friend and I went up there.
Yeah, they probably got there like, no, these guys are still here.
Pennywise canceled, man. They're not going to be playing. Like, what? And then we found out later. I don't even remember how. It had to have been on some kind of like forum or website.
MySpace at that time. Jesus Christ.
Man, a lot of shows in that place.
Yeah, that was a great... Well, it's the closest venue.
And it was cheap as shit then.
Yeah, I enjoyed
it. Was like $15 shows.
It was cheap and it got the bands that we liked. Like at that, not at the, there's no stadium bands playing here. There's no like theater bands playing.
Exactly.
It was just.
I'm surprised they had Bad Religion, really.
Yeah, and I remember we were all at the Bad Religion show too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I drove the fucking station wagon there.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was full of capacity.
Back when you had to jam 10 people in a car because nobody could afford gas money.
Dude, that place had the best pierogi pizza, though.
I know. Oh.
Oh, it's gone now. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I don't
forgot
know what
about
it
that.
is anymore, if there's anything even there. The hockey stadium's right there now, so it might be something.
Yeah. It's probably a restaurant of some sort. Good times.
It closed in 2017. Oh, the building was demolished.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, they probably put something there
Destroyed.
for the hockey stadium.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know they destroyed the building, but
No,
that's
me
probably
neither.
for the best.
Well, I mean,
You're not getting the smell out of that place. Like, let's be
True.
real.
Smelled like hoagies, man. Every time.
Oh man, I just saw a article from the Lehigh Valley Live about the closing of it and seeing the pictures of the outside. I'm like, oh man.
well,
Flashbacks.
they originally lost their liquor license because they were caught giving underage kids drinks. And then I'm pretty sure the owner got caught selling meth.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean,
That was the time.
I mean, yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
also this area. Everybody sells meth and owns a
Yeah.
bar.
or does meth.
Oh, both, whatever.
True.
They lost their liquor license in 2012.
Yeah, they lost it a long time before they was shut down.
Man.
Because I knew one of the bartenders that worked there, and she's like, yeah, we can't have any shows anymore.
Amazing. Good stuff.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up then. If they want to send us an email, the fans out there, about one of their great concerts experiences, and they want to talk to Chump Slap about it, how would they get that to us, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, send that to plottytown@gmail.com and I'll read and respond. And I'd love to hear your stories about seeing Horse the Band live if any of you guys ever did.
Oh, yeah. And if they want to get to us faster on the socials, where would they do that, Dr. Syintist?
Who the fuck knows?
Reddit.
At Plotty Time, we might still have an Instagram. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a Blue Sky at some time if some people want it. Fuck it, maybe Mastodon. Who the fuck knows anymore? But we definitely have a Reddit you can go to anytime.
Yeah, go on Reddit and tell us where you want to see us.
Or just everybody go
Yeah.
to the Reddit.
Probably best to just go to the Reddit.
Yeah.
Who knows anymore? It's just, it's the world we live in.
The best of times.
Let's leave on a downer.
That does it for us. So, shout out to Blaine, JJ, Drago, the Slago, Gamers, Little Playground, iPadX, and Luis Guzman. Go to the YouTube, like, subscribe there. It really helps us out. And I don't know, don't trust Dr. Syintist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.